good company.
Hey guys, my name's Scott Bowling, and you're watching Good Company. Today we have a special episode. We are on Stryper's tour bus in Atlanta. The guys led us up here. It's raining like crazy. Thank you guys for letting me be on here, man. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, we're on a Stryper tour bus. What do you think of it?
It's nice, dude. I kind of want to be on tour with you guys.
It's a vintage. It's got a vintage vibe to it, right?
It's great.
Is that,
Retro.
Is that poster in the shot?
It may be. I hope it is.
hope not.
That's me. That's me a couple
it?
nights ago. Yeah.
Man, you're literally just eating the pic
Yeah.
right there. That's great.
I had my wig on that night. And,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
man.
So how's the
It was
tour
fun.
going?
Tour's going good. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's just raining a lot.
Everywhere you go, it's raining?
Believe it or not, we only have 4 shows left. So we're almost done. And we've been on tour since the beginning of May. It's been a lot of fun, man. I'm sure everybody knows by now I got sick, so I've been struggling through that, but I'm finally feeling better again.
Towards the end of the tour. You're gonna
Towards the end of the
you'll
tour,
be
yeah.
100% at the end.
Yeah, and that's weird. I think it's a first in the 35-year history of being that long without feeling able to sing. You know.
Now, when you guys did In God We Trust, weren't you under the weather during the recording for that?
I
think I
was.
remember you saying something like
I
that.
sure was. We actually had to take some time off. Then when I came back and tried to sing, it was a struggle. You know, so I had to work extra hard. I remember doing things line by line to get some of those songs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was back in the day, so they had to cut, right? a lot.
Yeah,
So,
that's back in the analog days. You know, we weren't working. Well, we did digital on To Hell, but in God We Trust, we were analog. We did not go down the digital path. But yeah, man, it was tough. A lot more time.
So you guys have Perry now, right? Perry's
Yes.
been on. Yeah. How long you been on
Here
board
I
now?
am.
Here I am. You've been with Stryper for about a year or so?
A
Or?
little over a year.
And now you're actually on the
Yeah,
record, right?
No,
Oh, you're not? Okay.
they had when I joined. You guys were already starting. They
We were like days
away.
away from going in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
we probably could have made it happen. We would have had to reschedule and rejuggle everything, and it was pretty complicated. But we're looking forward to the next album because he's going to be on the next album
Yes.
coming up.
Nice. You
And
told me
that is him. That's Perry right there, though. He modeled. Perry modeled for this,
Just,
and if he takes his shirt off, his chest looks just like that.
Just like that.
It's amazing.
That's great. You should come out
Minus
on
the
stage
beard.
like that tonight. This album is great, by the way. I love it. The album title, everybody talks
good,
about
man.
that, but the songs are really strong and just solid. You kind of know what you get when you get Stryper. It's like when you guys put that out, I'm like, this is going to be a great album, you know?
Yeah,
Well, that's a nice thing to say.
Oh, no problem.
Robert came up with that title a few
Did he?
years ago.
Okay.
Yes,
A few years back, and you know, we kind of like put it on the shelf, and then I mentioned it to him, and we thought, hey, this might be a really good time to use that title, especially with everything that's going on around us. You know, at least coming from my opinion, I've never seen more evil in my life in this world. You know, it seems like it's just out of control. So we thought that it was a good time to use such a title. And people get hung up on the words, and they don't get hung up on the meaning behind the words. You know.
Yeah, I love it. Take It to the Cross. I love the chorus, and that surprised me.
Did it?
It kind of gave me that Judas Priest kind of vibe.
A
Maybe,
little
I don't
bit,
know.
yeah, a little thrashier.
Yeah, that's
For
great.
sure.
And Sorry, Lost. The Valley's got to be one of my favorite songs
Oh,
by you
good,
guys.
man.
This
Good.
is my go-to record.
Good,
So,
good.
Oz, you got sick right on tour. Was that in the middle of a tour? Or
No,
recording?
it happened while I was working in Vegas.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, I
So,
had a grand mal seizure, and
how are you feeling these days? Feeling better?
yeah, I'm better.
That's good.
Better. We're just
Yeah.
getting through it.
He's done 2 tours already since he got sick, and he's doing good, man. We go up
That's
there
great.
and perform and get through it and everything. And I think it's at a point where we're all kind of trying to figure out how to tour these days, because we're not yet spring chickens. We're not young, and it's just a matter of balancing stuff and figuring it out.
So I saw you guys do the Hell with the Devil tour, and that was awesome. I loved it.
You saw that in '86?
No, I didn't see an 86. I saw
Oh,
when
you mean
guys,
the anniversary?
The
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say tour. Yeah,
Yeah, because I was going to say, dude,
anniversary.
how old are you?
Yeah, I was
You're-
6
you're a
years old,
kid.
just rocking out. Yeah. But anyway, Soldiers Under Command. I love this record. If you guys did that from start to finish, that would be really good.
We did that one quick,
Oh, you
and,
did?
and the reason why it was roughly a 2-week process of recording, and then we went to Japan right after we recorded it, and Michael mixed it, Michael Wagner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we weren't there. We weren't part of the mix. We kind of wish we had been, because there's a few things we would have changed. But that being said, we were playing these songs out live for pretty much a year, some of them even longer. So we knew exactly what we were doing on that album, all the parts, all the harmonies.
Do you guys typically do that, or do you write in studio ever?
We don't really write in studio. We figure out some things in studio, but we don't write songs in the studio. Lately, it's like a matter of sitting in a room, writing a song a day for a couple weeks. They're ready to go. Guys come out, we learn them, we go in and record them.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good.
different process these days.
So yeah, this is the album I was talking about. We did when you guys played from start to finish. Did you enjoy playing all these songs back to back? Was that you normally play all of them, right?
It's enjoyable, but it's also like, it makes me think like, wow, I forgot about that song. like Holding On, I didn't realize. I think that's probably
love that
probably
song.
my favorite song on the album. One of them. One of
Yeah.
my favorite songs on the album. And we never played it live.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I really couldn't keep.
There's
I have no
only so
answer.
much time to play, and you end up with 40, 50, 60, 100 songs, and
Yeah.
you just got to pick a few. So
What's it like, you guys being brothers on tour this long? Being in a band for.
I mean, it's obviously there's a lot of great things that come from that because we're brothers.
zoom in right on.
We're brothers, and
Who's older?
Robert's
Robert's
older.
okay.
Yeah.
So he's wiser one.
Well, you got to hang out with us, and then you got to tell me that. And I don't know. He might be wiser. He's more book smart, definitely. And in terms of, and then there's the brotherly thing of we're brothers. So we're the most passionate about things towards each other. You know what I mean? So
It's kind of like a Van Halen thing. You got the brothers, right?
exactly. It's a brotherly thing, and that's a good thing.
In God We Trust. How do you guys feel about this album? You like it? I mean, you play.
You guys go first.
This was like more polished. Right?
it's a more
Sounding-
polished record. We had a different producer at the time. I wish it could have ended up a little heavier, in my opinion. But at the time, we were. I think the record label wanted something a little more pop.
Because your last album was so solid. I guess. Yeah.
It was so the Tale with the Devil was so popular and did so well that there was pressure to kind of have a follow-up to that followed in its footsteps, and that's what this was. But I think it's just a little slick. We wound up overproducing and overworking the album, and kind of by doing so pulling some of the life out of it, some of that raw energy that you get from that first take.
Yeah.
You do it 10 times, you lose the vibe. You start to lose it, and I hear that on this on
It's
a lot of
interesting.
tracks.
When I was a kid, this is where I got into you guys because I liked the album cover.
Oh yeah,
I just bought it simply of that. Now
and
here I am. With
it's
you guys.
crazy because we may be seeing In God We Trust, removed from,
Yeah, that's wild.
which would be interesting, right?
Let's hope not.
It's you hear a lot of talk about it. It's scary, weird.
I love this record. It has my favorite Stryper song on here.
Which song?
All for One.
Yeah.
Getting a jam of that with you was amazing, by the way.
Good man.
We hear that a lot.
That's my
Really?
favorite
Yeah.
song on there too.
Yeah. It's kind of different from the rest, right? I mean, you got all the harmonies and everything.
Yeah, that album's really different from the rest. It's a departure from the classic sound, and obviously the look.
Yeah.
We changed the look.
You guys changed a lot on this.
Tried to be tough guys, with beard stubble and frowns, and that's not us.
But we
Yeah.
got beard stubble now, though.
Well,
You going back?
you do, I don't. But yeah, people. It's really weird about this album. It's a trip because it's hard to figure out exactly why it wasn't a success compared to the other albums,
Yeah.
because it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's
a
the
solid
least. It's the
record,
least selling album
Is
of
it?
all of our albums. Yeah, it is. It really is, and but you can attribute that to the fact that Enigma closed their doors, and right after that album came out, and
Yeah.
we stopped touring. So it could be a number of reasons behind that. But when I hear someone say, it's the best album, I just think, well, the numbers don't equate. So
Yeah.
you got to to some degree go by the numbers, right?
Yeah. And when you guys did this, your first song was Shining Star, right? The cover.
That was the first video. Yeah, first song.
And that
first
was
video.
MTV too. And they were pushing you pretty hard, and it still didn't sell a lot. That's crazy.
No, man. And not only did long term not do well, but even short term, when it first came out, I remember talking to Bill and Wes saying they had a real tough time with this album.
Wow.
You know, selling it.
Yeah.
Now, was it the times? I don't know.
It was right before the times, right? Right before.
Yeah, I mean,
Before the time. What year was that?
It
I
came
think it
out
was
in
80
91.
91. Wow, I thought it was before that. So that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
at the beginning of the
it could be
Nirvana
any
show.
number of things, but
I recall a big disturbance going on in the Christian community because we went away from
Yeah.
the Christian lyrics, and the look obviously was a big factor
Yes,
that we
yeah.
changed that. And so I believe it's possible that a lot of our Christian following dropped off because of it.
Did it get removed from like Christian bookstores and stuff like that? Or?
no, not that I recall. To Hell with the Devil did.
Oh, it did. Yeah. You had to change the album.
We had to
cover.
change the album cover because they didn't want to stock the one with the pentagram on it, the original angel artwork. There's a pentagram being ripped from the devil's neck, and they just thought we put a pentagram on there, and they were really freaked out by that. So we changed the artwork. This one, I didn't hear any of that in terms of Christian bookstores not carrying it.
Your latest album got pulled, right, from like Walmart. And
Yeah, but that was, I think, based on, you know,
Did they
a
make
number of things.
Stuff? They make you want to change the name for this one?
No. And it wasn't suggested, but I remember they had some sort of an issue with Goddamn Evil. And I'm just thinking that's so ludicrous because you're not gonna put this in there, but yet you've got 100 other albums with explicit stickers on them, you know, and it's like, what? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I love it that you guys are doing vinyls now, and that's become a thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys choose all the artwork and stuff that's going to go on the vinyl, or is that some record company?
We have a guy named Stan Decker who does it all,
Yeah.
and then we all look at it and say, yeah, it looks great, and
Yeah.
it goes through, and he's amazing, man. He's so good.
I don't have all your records here, but when you guys did this, No More Hell to Pay, you guys kind of came back on the map for me. And I remember I was at a Best Buy, and I was like, oh, that's a new Stryper. I'm going to check it out. Man, this is a solid record.
Oh yeah, you like that one. When you heard
Yes.
it, you thought this is good.
I was hooked again. And
Oh,
then
good,
I had to
man.
go back in your catalog.
Good.
Revelation.
Now, what do you rate the last 3 albums?
They're so good. Yeah, they're
Like,
back.
which one is your favorite? Would you say out of the 3?
Probably Fallen.
Okay.
Yeah, but then my second one would be your newest one for sure.
Okay.
But they're close tie though.
Yeah.
This one's great too, didn't you?
Yeah.
We talked about you had Clint Lowry, buddy of mine, right on Yahweh, right?
Clint basically he sent me a couple ideas, riffs, and I took a riff from an idea that he had and then wrote Yahweh from that.
Yeah.
And when I sent it to Clint to hear it, he's like, "Man, I'm not hearing my riff in there." And I'm like, "No, it's there."
It's camouflaged in there.
Because it changed
You
so
had to
much.
make it a Stryper.
But
riff,
I could play you the original and you'll pick it out. You go, "Oh yeah, there it is, right there."
yeah, that's
So
great.
Clint's a talented dude, man, and
Yes.
he's a brother, and he's such a good guy and such an incredible writer and
How did
player.
you hook up with him? I mean, did you?
Well, my wife's a big Seven Dust fan,
Oh, me too.
like
That's
huge.
Awesome. Yeah.
and she used to drag me to Seven Dust shows, not because I didn't want to go, but I'm not a big go-to-show kind of guy. And I went and saw him play, and I'm like, man, these guys are really great. And I wound up flying with them on a plane, and we talked the whole way, took photos, exchanged info. And Clint and I have stayed in touch. We're always texting each other and
Yeah.
in contact all the time. And we wound up co-writing that together. And there's a few other songs that we plan on doing more together on. And I support him 100%. He's a really great guy, great family man. He's just a good example as a
Yeah.
person.
Definitely. He kind of changed his life around and he's
Amazing. So cool.
Yeah, he's definitely heavily influential. Perry, how did you get in the band? Did you have to like try out, or it was like Firehouse? You guys friends back in the day?
Well, a band that CJ and I were in before Firehouse, Max Warrior,
Okay.
we got to open for them in '85.
Oh, nice.
That was the first time we'd met. And
Crazy.
I wish they'd have stole me away then, but they didn't. But, we'd only met a few times through the years. We didn't know each other. A friend of mine knew a co-manager of theirs and heard they were looking for somebody and gave him my name.
You remember who the co-manager was?
Who was that, Dave?
Was it,
So-and-so?
I'm trying to think who managed us back then. Well, was it Darren
it was-
Hinton maybe?
No, it was Dave.
Dave? Oh, you mean recently. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Dave. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Dave, sorry.
So, yeah, he gave David my number, and he gave me a call and said, well, And then he talked to you guys, and they said, "Well, fly him up, let him learn a few songs, and we'll fly him up and see how it goes."
Yeah.
So it went well, I guess.
It's probably overwhelming too, learning all the songs.
But before we even played songs with him, it went well. I mean, he just came in. We just loved his spirit, and it was like, okay, this is the guy. I was thinking that already, and before we even played.
When you guys record, you guys don't live close by to each other, right?
No.
So when you record, it's like a big deal. Does everybody come out to you, or you come out to them?
We all fly in, and usually they come out to me because I got a little studio there at the house, and they stay there for free, and we just kind of hang out, and we record in Massachusetts. So after we're done learning the songs, we drive a couple hours and go record. But sometimes we do it in Vegas.
Yeah, so
Nashville.
Oz, are you in Vegas, or is that?
Robert moved to Vegas in what
okay.
year?
99.
99. I moved there in 2009.
Do you like it? It seems like a lot of people are moving there. I know.
If you if you're a go-getter, you can get a lot of opportunities to work. So for musicians, I should say.
Yeah, that's great.
You gonna
great.
move there? You gonna move to Vegas?
I got it. Well, if they have a good school for my kids, I got baggage. Real fast on this, the demos. Whose idea was to do this? This is cool.
I think, believe it or
limited.
not, that was Brett Christensen's idea.
Oh,
You know Brett?
no.
No. Brett's a fan and a friend, and he has quite a collection of all things Stryper, and he had suggested releasing that. He had a copy of it that he had gotten somewhere. I'm not sure if he got it from Rob or my mom, and he thought it'd be cool to release, and we remastered it, and we released it, and there it is, man.
Yeah, it's great.
And people seem to really like it. We've got nothing but great comments about it.
Yeah, I love it.
Kinda cool.
Yeah, it seems like limited though, right? Is this like
It is.
forever? Yeah.
It is limited. I think we only did 1,000. Pretty sure.
Cool.
Those demos were made in Fullerton, California, back in I'm gonna say 80. Was it 82? Maybe.
I think it was 82.
And Robert and I worked in a warehouse, and we had to work to make the money to pay for those recordings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not all of them. Some of them were 82, some of them were later. Like Honestly was later.
Oh, of course.
Oh, is there another version of that in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What
Well-
else? But yeah,
So you guys basically formed in '82? Is that, or did you guys get together before '82?
We've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I joined the band in '83, right? Is that
80,
correct?
83 he joined officially.
Yeah.
But we had played together a few times prior to that. And then Rob and I obviously have had bands
Yeah.
since, 1975. Is when I first joined up with him. I was just a little kid, little punk.
Robert, you need to come out with your book, man. So,
Yeah, sometime in the future, absolutely. Got a lot of stories to tell.
I'm big. Every interview I always talk about audible books, and yours was on there, and I can't find it on there anymore. I tried to go back and read.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things where I didn't go through a publishing company. I went through a label. And the reason why that it worked out that way is I was doing an album with a label, and they wanted the book, and I thought, oh, this is unorthodox. This is a little weird. So I did it, and I regret it now because they released it a hard copy and a limited run, and then they didn't reprint. And they had said we're going to do it in this language and that language, and we're going to do soft cover and all that, and they never did. So it's very hard to come by now. You can only find it. You can only download it.
Oh, okay.
But man,
So it's basically
I
out of
can't
print,
tell you
isn't
how
it?
many people come through with the hard copies and they really enjoyed it, And
That's
I
great.
just tried to be honest and open and just say, here's my heart, good or bad.
No, you have a really interesting story.
Yeah, well, good, man. I
So-
hope you enjoyed it.
So you mentioned like your mom had some of this stuff. Does she have like a Stryper like closet full of just rare stuff?
I think she has like a Stryper like house full of stuff. like she's got a lot of stuff. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Tons.
cool to see all that.
She's just got tons of stuff, man. And she saved everything.
Yeah.
And she's always like, you were always running into people that have stuff and this and that. And it's just all over the place.
So does she have like original flyers and concert tickets
She
and
does.
stuff like that?
Yes, she sure does. And I mean, stuff unexpected that we never even imagined. Stuff I forgot about. It's like, whoa, I've never even seen that. Crazy.
I recently watched the movie The Dirt, and so have you guys seen that yet?
What did you think of that?
It was all right. Yeah, I
Yeah?
liked it. Yeah.
Okay.
My issue was I kind of wish they did a series or something because it seemed really fast
Okay.
and just kind of.
I haven't seen it.
But I was
honest.
thinking the
haven't either.
Stryper would be amazing to do that.
Well, we're working on a documentary right now.
Okay.
And we've been talking about it for a couple of years, and we're telling people right now that it's going to be a few years in the making. And we want to make it really different, you know. Obviously, give the history of the band, footage you've never seen before, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, we're not going to cheese it out and have guys acting as us. We're not going to go down that road. In my opinion, that's really that's risky. But
I could play your brother. See?
you could, man.
You'd be a better looking version.
No, I don't know about that.
But we are doing it, and we also want to interview a bunch of people whose lives have been altered and changed in a positive way because of the music and message of the band.
Oh, that's cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, like people like yourself, you too, man.
Thank you.
Because hopefully we inspired you in some small way.
Yes. And I'm glad, you came on my show. I didn't know what I was doing. You came in early. So.
Yeah, how far in was I, interview-wise?
You were like my 9th or 10th one.
And now you're killing it, man.
Yeah, man, I've just been blessed.
Crazy.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So how's this tour going? So you guys are almost finished, right? You got a few more
almost
shows?
finished. We got like 8 or 9 days left.
Yeah, like only 4 shows.
Yeah.
And this tour, you guys are doing cover songs and originals. Have you done something like that before?
We've always done some covers, a cover or two, but this time around we had like 9 or 10. Now we're down to 4 or 5.
So you guys slowly just take them out?
Yeah, well, what happened is I got sick and it was difficult to sing a lot of the songs, so we started cutting not only covers but Honestly and a number of other songs. And now I'm feeling better, and maybe we'll start slowly over the next 4 shows add more. I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
What do you want to hear? What do you want us to do?
18 to Life, of course. I'm just kidding. I just came up with that one. Skid Row's doing their 30th anniversary thing, I think.
I think Sebastian is.
Oh, yes, he is. Yeah, you're right.
And he's trying to talk the Skid Row guys into doing it and being a part of it. But I believe that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's cool, man. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tonight in Atlanta.
We're excited,
Trying
man.
to stay dry.
It's going to be killer. So, guys, what
Anything
do you
else?
think, man?
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
doing
man.
the
Thank you for letting me be
interview today,
here.
and Thank
You know,
you,
maybe you're
Chris, for
home.
being here, and we appreciate it.
I appreciate it too, guys.
You guys.